Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we are taking a close look at Intercom, a platform that's really shaking up the world of customer support. The whole idea is to move away from that old, slow, reactive chore of dealing with tickets and step into a future that's proactive, powered by AI, and, most importantly, all about conversation.
But first, let's talk about why this is even necessary. Businesses everywhere are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Your customers, they expect answers instantly, any time of day. But trying to meet that demand without your costs going through the roof, well, that's the crisis we're all facing.
So does this picture feel a little too real? That feeling of just being buried under an avalanche of support tickets? The wait times keep getting longer, and you can just feel the customer frustration building. It's this impersonal, inefficient cycle that honestly just burns out your team and pushes your customers away.
And this really gets to the heart of the shift. On one side, you've got the old world of ticket systems. They're rigid, they're slow. It's a transaction. You open a request, you get a response, you close it. Done. But the new way, the conversational way, is completely different. It's fluid, it's instant, and it's all about building an actual relationship.
And this is exactly where Intercom steps into the picture. They're positioning themselves not just as a tool, but as the start of a whole new kind of conversation between a business and its customers.
So, here's the key thing to understand. Intercom is not just another help desk. It's a platform built from the ground up for messenger-style chats. The fundamental unit of work is no longer the ticket, it's the conversation, something that can live and breathe over time.
And this quote just nails the experience they're aiming for. It's all about that feeling. Are you filling out a form, or you're just quickly chatting with someone who can help? That shift in feeling, right there, that's the whole game.
So how do they actually pull this off? Well, it's not just one magic bullet. It's a whole toolkit working in harmony. You've got a single inbox for all your team to see every customer chat. You've got a knowledge base so customers can find their own answers. You have tools to proactively message people. And of course, the real engine behind it all, the AI and chat box.
All right, now for the really cool part. Let's pop the hood and take a look inside that AI engine, because this is what truly powers the modern Intercom experience.
So, say hello to Finn. Now, this isn't some generic off-the-shelf AI. It's built on powerful large language model technology. The same kind of powerhouse AI behind tools like ChatGPT. But, and this is so important, Finn has been specifically trained and fine-tuned for one single job: solving customer support problems with incredible accuracy.
And the way it works is actually pretty brilliant. First, it basically reads everything, all your help articles, all your past support chats, to train itself. Then, it uses its understanding of natural language to figure out what customers actually mean, even if they ask messy questions. It gives answers on the spot, and this is key, it keeps learning from feedback so it gets smarter and smarter over time.
And here is the number that makes everyone sit up and pay attention. On average, Finn can completely resolve 30 to 50% of all those common, routine questions without a human ever having to touch it. Just think about that. That's a huge chunk of your support volume just handled automatically.
So this brings us to the perfect team up. This isn't about replacing humans, it's about letting each side do what it does best. The AI, Finn, is a superstar at speed, being available 24/7, and giving consistent answers at scale. This frees up your human agents to focus where they truly shine, solving those really tricky problems, showing empathy, and making those judgment calls that an AI just can't.
But a smart AI is only one piece of the puzzle, right? Finn's real power gets unlocked when it's plugged into the entire ecosystem of tools your business already uses.
The best way to think about it is that Intercom isn't here to replace your other systems. Instead, it becomes the central nervous system for them all. It breaks down those frustrating data silos and gives everyone, both your agent and the AI, a complete 360-degree view of every single customer.
And these integrations are everything. Imagine a customer chats in. Your agent can instantly see their entire history from Salesforce, pull up their last order from Shopify, and if it's a bug, they can create a Jira ticket for the dev team, all without ever leaving the conversation. All that context means better, faster, and way more personal support.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but what does it actually mean for the business? What's the real bottom line impact? Let's go back to those big problems of high costs and unhappy customers.
First up, the cost savings. They're immediate and they are significant. By automating all those simple questions and making your team way more efficient,
Businesses are seeing a 25 to 40% drop in the cost of handling a single support conversation. And that, as you can imagine, adds up really, really fast.
And what about from the customer's point of view? Well, this number is just incredible. With AI giving instant answers, the time a customer waits for that first reply can be slashed by up to 90%. That's the difference between waiting minutes or even hours and getting help in literal seconds.
And just look at what this does to your support team's day. That tiny little slice, that's the time they now have to spend on all the boring, repetitive, copy and paste answers. And that giant slice, that's all the time they get back to focus on meaningful, complex work that actually helps customers and moves the business forward. At the end of the day, it all leads to this. This is the ultimate goal, right? Happier customers. You put it all together, the faster responses, the better equipped agents, and it directly leads to higher satisfaction. An average bump of 15% in CS8 scores is an absolute game changer for building loyalty.
So you can see how it all locks together into this amazing, virtuous cycle. The AI handles the simple stuff, which cuts down the agent's workload and gives customers instant answers. That frees up the agents to solve the hard problems, which means customers get expert help when they really need it. It's a system where everybody, the AI, the agent, and the customer, wins.
Which really leaves us with one big question to think about for our own businesses. If you could just wipe 30, 40, even 50% of the routine, repetitive work off your team's plate, what could they really achieve? What new ideas could they explore? What incredible value could they create for your customers? Something to think about.